Hello, everybody. Welcome. We are live for the beginning of week number 3. Week 3, everybody. AKA the ninth game of the UFL season. Alrighty. So first things first, we have we gotta start the game. This is our round 2 between the teams that faced each other last week, with the Orlando Storm now visiting the Louisville Kings. The Storm ended up winning the first one. Ended up winning the first one. They won the first game. What you call it? They end up winning the first game 19-9. And the Kings really struggled a lot on the offense. They really struggled a bit on the offense. So, while the Kings' defense is really good, it's the lack of offense that's really kind of pushing them into where they were 0-2. Because in my opinion, as of right now in my power rankings, the Kings are like the worst team in my opinion so far in this league. But at least the good news is that, in my opinion, they still got a really good crowd for the Kings at Lynn Family Stadium. So no matter how good or bad they have started, they are still supported with one of the better fans in this league. So that is definitely where we are at right now. So each team has a player out. So over on the Kings side, so Jason Beasley started because last week we got a little bit of Chandler Rogers into the mix. They took out Jason Bean, and the Chandler Rogers more than likely stepped in. But tonight they're still relying on Jason Bean to be the quarterback of the team. They are going to be without one of the receivers, and that receiver is Tariq Black. So he will not play tonight. And the other person that is not going to play also is the other person that's not going to play is running back Elijah Dotson. So the Storm had a nice running game coming in. So because Corbin and Dotson had a good 1-2 punch combo. So now with Dotson out of the mix, now is more than likely going to be up to. So now more than likely it's going to be up to Trey Stewart with the it's going to be up to Trey Stewart. Okay. Yep. So not yet with the score, but not yet up with the score, but yeah. So this is basically what it is. Now I could just put it up. There we go. But I do need to move my little fidget. It's going to be up at the bottom right. There we go. That's a lot better. Yeah, that's a lot better. So right now, the Storm, we're gonna run two polls. One from the first half, we're going to run who is going to win the game, and the other one is going to be is the game's total going to be over or under. Today's over and under, I'm gonna run one poll at a time. I'm probably gonna do one for the half of the first quarter, and then the other one running at the second half of the first quarter as well. Because it wouldn't be unfair if I do it around the second half, because if we already know where the game's trajectory is going. Except for teams, because that would be because anything can happen in football, anything can happen. And the world of sports, per se. You know what I mean? But yeah, so week 3, this is a big year. This is a big week. So you've got Storms and Kings tomorrow. I'm heading to DC for Defenders versus Defenders hosting the Gamblers, and then you got 2 games on Sunday. Aviators will travel to Dallas Sunday noon, and at 3 we got a big matchup between the Stallions and the Battlehawks, where both teams need to win after. Excuse me. And after the 2 teams ended up taking a big loss. Yeah, so the biggest upset was, if you guys missed it, last week, what do you call it? Last week, the Gamblers brought in an upset over to the Birmingham Stallions, and winning it 22-20 with a 50-yarder game winner. So now the Rednecks are 1-1, and just tarnishing the Stallions right now, which is a big freaking accomplishment if you want to really think about it. So now the Stallions and the Battlehawks are looking for much needed wins. So Kings and the Aviators are the only teams that are winless. They're both 0-2. The Kings are trying to get their revenge for their first win of the season. And there are 2 teams, the Storm and the Renegades, that are undefeated. They're both 2-0. So now the Storm is looking forward to extend their win streak to 3-0. Because right now, today, they're on the road in Louisville. And next week they are traveling to they're traveling to Birmingham for the Stallions' first home game of the season as well. But yeah, I bet it's now. Yeah, one of my bigger problems with the Kings is that they do not have much of a run game. It's like, especially last week, like the run game from last week, it felt non-existent. It really felt non-existent there. So it's like, how can the Kings really improve the offense? Because right now, offensively, the worst is the Kings. I think the worst offense belongs to the Kings, because they're very inconsistent with this run game that they got going on, and also their run game is just non-existent. Like, I mean, look at the rest. Take a look at their of course, like, take a look at their rushing staff, their rushing game. Like, the rushing game has not been the greatest per se. It's definitely not been there. Because if I just go over to the league schedule, let's see, where is week 3? No, not week 3, week 2. Week 2. There you go. Looking at the recap here. I want the box score. There we go. That's what I need. I needed a box score. All right. Alrighty. Let's see. Offense. So only 190, but Jason Bean last night, like 4 for 15. Last week, 4 for 15, 49 yards. That's not it, Chief. And again, like, only 26 rushing yards. And Chandler Rogers, the backup, got most of them. Like, where is the run game for the Kings? At least Deshaun Corbett got 51. Like, you really, really need to step it up with that. You got to step it up with this run game. for sure. You got to step it up with this run game. Well, I'm definitely going to have it on, but I'm definitely going to have the game on standby. Here, let me go ahead and fix this. Fix the ratio. There we go. Good. But yeah, so I think the Storm should take care of this. I think the Storm really should be taking care of. They should be taking care of it, but the splat. Oh, they talk about the Artemis 2 splashdown. Looks like it's coming back to Earth after taking beautiful pictures of the moon and Earth and just space in general. Like those are like beautiful pictures. Very, very beautiful pictures. So never knew that was what is happening right now. Is that like an ocean down there? Am I seeing where is it gonna splash down? That's the question. Where is it splashing down? That's the bigger question. That's a bigger question. So it's like, where is it going to slap down? But right now, we're just waiting for the game. I'm just waiting for this game. So, week number 3. Can't believe it's already week 3. My goodness. And definitely, yeah. I don't know what week will be the big week. I feel like once we get to about maybe week number like week 6, I think like that's kind of like where like the tides is going to turn. I feel like that's where the tide's going to be turning when it comes to the playoffs. Because of course, there's still going to be teams that'll surprise us in good or bad ways. There's still teams that are going to be impressing us, and of course, there's going to be teams where they're gonna disappoint. So that is basically what. Yeah, so that is practically what is happening. But they're so. Are they really covering the game? Are they not? Are they covering the news over the game? Is that what's happening? I wonder if that's what's happening. Oh shoot. Okay, that's gonna be fun. Oh, there it is. It splashed down. It's in the ocean. There it is. The Artemis 2 has indeed splashed down into the water. There it is. Splashdown is indeed confirmed. The splashdown has been confirmed. Wow. I thought it was something that's going to be lasting for like a while, but okay, never mind. So, okay, so we're good. All right, so it looks like we should be good then. But that's a milestone. That's a milestone right there. Completing their historic moon mission. They have completed their historic moon mission. Shout out to NASA. Shout out to NASA. 10-day mission. 10-day mission. Lucky Jackson only has 88 yards. He gotta get more than that. I feel like Lucky Jackson, he wasn't as big of a target as he was back in week 1. That's another thing. He wasn't as big of a he wasn't big as a weapon as he was last week. I guess like Orlando really, I think Anthony Beck really took that opportunity and he just shut that down. So that is definitely the thing. Yeah, right now that the game still this game still hasn't started. The game still hasn't started yet because I'm refreshing the UFL page, and right now it's still going because I guess they just want to like do this breaking news of Artemis 2 first before they do before they do the game, I guess. So what in the world are we doing? All right, there we go. Alrighty. So that was just a special report. Okay, there we go. All right, we're good now. All right. So at least they did that before they start the game. So kudos to not start the game right away. So I'm happy with that. Okay, so kudos to them. I'm happy that's the way to go. All right. And actually showing the coverage on in Lynn Family Stadium. Nice. Real nice. Nice. Heard is another nice attendance from Stallions from the Kings today. So I hope for the night. So I hope they get a nice, hopefully about 10,000 maybe. Because it's a small stadium, but it doesn't matter if you're big or small, you can still rack up the attendance. Definitely less fewer people, but I can still see a good amount in the stands. So it looks like the Storm is going to get the ball first. And here we go. Kickoff is now away. We're turning from the 6-yard line now. And then he's going to get tackled at the 35-yard line, returned by Deshaun Corbin. So here comes Jack Plummer. So Jack Plummer definitely made some mistakes against Columbus at one point. He would have had a lot more interceptions, but if it wasn't for those penalties, his interceptions would count a lot more. He only has officially thrown one interception, and that was the throw he threw at the end zone at the end of the game that gave the Kings life. So that is where we are at this point. So, anyways, first down and 10 for the Storm. Plummer in shotgun formation. Play clock winding down. He's going to hand this one off to Corbin, and Corbin is going to get about 6 yards. Will run to the 40-yard line, so it will be second down and 4. Another player that's been really helpful a lot, and he hasn't not as much as KJ Hamler because KJ Hamler really has been working well, but Chris Rowland, like he sneakily can make the team a lot more better and a lot more versatile, and he's lining up as a slot on second down and 4. And play action, and there's a KJ Hamler who had himself a monstrous game against the Kings. I think he has a 104-yard gain, I believe. Let me go ahead and check the stats. Because it's either him or what's his face? Tyler Vaughn's. High snap. Plummer's going to keep it to himself, and he gets about 3. He will get about 3 or 4 yards. See, Tyler Vaughn's only has 4 receiving touchdowns. Oh my goodness. Tyler Vaughn's 290. Wow. That's incredible. That's incredible. I'm just looking by receiving yards. Second 7. Plummer's going to check it down to Roland, and Roland try to use the speed, but he's only good for about a yard. Only good for about a yard. Let's see. All right. I don't know, but we'll figure it out at some point. We'll figure it out. But for you're past the 50, so they can't punt. They're going to hand this off to Corbin, and Corbin tries to break a tackle. He does get to the 50 to the 42, but it will be a 4th down. So now, do you want to try to attempt a 4-point field goal, or do you want to attempt and go for it? Exactly what is it that they want to do? It looks like the offense is going to stay onto the field, and Bank might want to try to go for it. No 4-point field goals here for the Storm on this one. Play clock winding down now. 1 second. Takes a snap. Plummer is going to throw it. And that's too bad to KJ Hamler. And that's a 1st down. He bobbled it at first, but then he later catches it for the 1st down. Really good catch and really good tip drill from Hamler. And it looks like AJ Hamler managed to get hopefully full control of it. So he tips it. It looks like he managed to get full control. I think they're going to do an official review, but probably not, because I think there's a King player down. That's Xavier Carlton. That is definitely not good news, because Xavier Carlton has been a key piece to this Kings defense, and bit on the Kings defense has definitely been a has been a bright point to this Kings defense. It's been a bright point. It's night and like looking at the offense and defense, like wise for the Kings, it's night and day. Night and day, black and white. So that is definitely not good for. Definitely not good. So, whew. But so far, right now, KJ Hamler he's doing things. He's doing things again. Yeah, I was about to say, like, what in the world is going on? Okay. I was like, why is it not showing me live stuff? But there you go. Yeah. Where's NASCAR heading this time? Where are we heading now to NASCAR, boys? Where is we going? To Bristol. Ooh, Bristol, Tennessee. Can't believe that is where the world record happened. With the largest attendance of a football game between Tennessee and Virginia Tech. That is crazy. The fact you're so far away just to see a tiny stadium. Like, you're just seeing that so far away. Alrighty, so we have 11:38 remaining in the first quarter. 11:58 remaining in the first quarter. Still Storm's ball. They have it at the 37-yard line in King territory. Plummer is now currently 3 for 3 for 19 yards. A single back formation, going ahead and play action. And Plummer's going to go a little deep left side. And oh my gosh, it was intended for a Hamler. It went to Hamler's hands, but Hamler fails to catch it. And that is incomplete. That is incomplete. He had him beat. He had that guy beat. That was Mekhi Garner in coverage, and he just did not. He was burnt. He was toast. 2nd and 10. Plummer and went through the hands of Chris Rowland. Too fast for him to catch it, and that ball will be incomplete. 3rd and 10 for the Storm now. So back-to-back plays where you got back-to-back plays now when you got 2 drops. Where you got 2 drops. Definitely not a good sign. Definitely not a good sign. 3rd and 10. Rowland in motion. They're going to shot pass it to Rowland, and Rowland does not get the first down. He will definitely be tackled around the 32-yard line. So kicking a field goal from there, that will be good for 50. It'll definitely be good for 50. But Bex really still believes in his offense to a point that they're gonna keep on going for it. 4th and 4. He really trusts his offense to stay on the field, definitely getting the work done. Rowland going in motion. It's 4th and 4. Plummer dropping back. He's gonna throw a missile to the middle, and another spectacular catch by KJ Hamler. But there is a penalty flag on the field, so we got to wait. We're going to pump the brakes a little bit to see what the penalty is going to be on. Oh. Wow. Okay. That sucks. So the pass was incomplete, but illegal contact onto the Kings before the pass. Wow. That is definitely heartbreaking. It's going to happen right on top. Wow. So, ball incomplete, but illegal contact is keeping the Storm alive. And this is Elijah Badger. He will slip through the tackle, and he does get enough for a first down. He will get stopped at the 15-yard line. They have spent 6 minutes on this drive. They're about to reach the 9-minute mark. The Storm are taking their sweet, sweet time. Plummer throws it to the middle, and Hamler trying to go for the catch, but that will go incomplete. And that was Keaton Ellis in coverage. One of the safeties of the group. But yeah, having these slow and methodical drives can definitely make your team impatient. It's like, oh my goodness, they're wasting so much time. What can we do to try to overcome the time deficit? Like, what can we do about that? 2nd and 10, Plummer. He's going to throw it right side, incomplete. Keaton Ellis is in coverage. And that was Connor Fox, a tight end in coverage. So, Keaton Ellis in coverage back-to-back plays. It was more like an out route. Keaton tried his best, try to stay close to him. There's no flag on the field. 3rd and 10. Still at the 15. Corbin will now be part of the backfield. They got to go faster. Blummer throws it to Roland. Roland gets a gain about 5 or 6, so you're going to be around the 10 or 9-yard line. So it looks like Anthony Beck is going to put out his field goal unit. Going closer. Closer, making a probability of a field goal, definitely go high. And we're already halfway through the first quarter. Holy moly. This is going to be a 28-yarder, so hopefully this should be a chip shot for a Michael Lance, who made a 57-yarder before. Snaps there, kick is up, and it's no good. It is no good. What a complete jinx that I just made. Wow. Michael Lance had missed a 28-yard field goal. I repeat, Michael Lance has missed a 28-yard field goal. What a shame. What a shame and begged and disappointment. Spend about 8 minutes on the drive and you get nothing. So now the Kings will get the ball next. What a shame. What a shame. That's another thing too. Like, that's another downside. It's like because you spent so much on that specific drive. You spent so much on that specific drive that you did not get anything out of it. And now the Kings can potentially use that against the Storm. So in a way, you can think of it like a double-edged sword. You can think of it like that. So that is definitely unfortunate. That's definitely unfortunate for the Storm. Like, you would think the Storm would score right there, especially those big catches by Hamler. Hamler was on the roll with those catches. And kind of the same with Roland. Like, those were those guys' drive. And then definitely one of the miscues, obviously, that field goal. And, of course, you got those 2 big catches. Like that big catch to Hamler, he should have caught that, like on the comeback route, on a corner route, on the deep corner. And then the ball went through Chris Roland's hand at one point. That should have been a catch as well. Definitely should have been a catch as well. It's Orlando 2-0. But the Kings are 0-2 down in last place. They really want to get that up. They want to get that revenge. That is what the Kings need. The Kings need revenge. So in a quarterback position, again, Jason Bean, who was benched by Chandler Rogers, but he's now been given another chance to start. So he's going to hand off to Benny Snell, and Snell gets about 5 or 6 yards. Another player we saw back in the lineup was Isaiah Winstead, who, if you recall, he had himself a nice game against the Birmingham Stallions, but unfortunately, he took one heck of a hit that knocked him out for next week. But definitely happy to see him back on his feet. Second on 5, Lucky Jackson getting closer. Another player to keep an eye on. And speaking of which, Lucky Jackson gets a catch, and he gets about 9 yards on that one. 9 or 8. So Benny Snell, Trey McKitty, Isaiah Bugs, Devontae Beckett. Devontae Beckett was on the injured list, but he is definitely playing today. Trey McKitty in motion, Winstead in motion now. But your play action, Bean throws it, and that is incomplete. That is high for Caden Prather. it was definitely too high and too out in front for Prather. So Bean kind of threw that just a little bit. So now you're looking at 2nd down and 10. So 2nd down and 10, you're at the 38-yard line. They're going to play action, bootleg to the right, and that was intended for Isaiah Winstead, but that was tipped and it's going to be incomplete. So now the Kings are now facing a 3rd and long situation on 3rd and 10. Yeah, so it's like, if you're saying like defense wins championship games, you also need to make sure that your offense does not screw up. If your offense keeps making consistent turnovers and then your offense is not making first downs or even getting points at least, then defense doesn't really guarantee you winning a championship. You can say that to like deep. Like, it's not just a defense. Offense matters too in special teams. Going deep, and that's Lucky Jackson, and he got it. Wow. What a bomb to Lucky Jackson. Holy moly. Wow. He pretty much, he ran an out and go. He went on a double move. He went out and go. A brilliant route. What a brilliant catch, and plus a brilliant throw from Jason Bean. What a throw to the 29-yard line. That's incredible. And Bean is going to take a really awkward tackle. That's a really awkward tackle, and that's Kashawn Banks, who has been pretty much a key piece to this offense. Red Blood coming here saying, y'all know Louisville was favored last week. How'd that work, Hunkies? How were the Kings favored? How was the Kings favored over the Storm last week? That makes no sense. Tonight, the Storm is favored. They are favored 3.5. Ooh, Bean is still on the ground. So we might get a little peek of Chandler Rogers coming up. Ooh, that is, man. And all 51 passing yards was to Lucky Jackson. All 51 passing yards was Lucky Jackson. So, yeah. So again, like my main problem with the Kings is that it's offense. I think offensively they just haven't been as, I don't know. They haven't been productive on offense. And whenever they do, there's always something that's kind of like, we can forget that we had an offense. We can just forget that we had an offense. That's fine. Because they only have like one touchdown total. And that was the one to Lucky Jackson that got them the lead over the Stallions. Arby's, we have the meats. We have beef. Oh, they show the Renegades. I keep seeing that commercial for Arlington. Keep seeing that commercial. Jason Bean looks like he's on his feet, but that was definitely an awkward tackle, I would say, except for myself. Yeah, I definitely think that is definitely an awkward way. So right now he's on the sidelines. He's standing up, but he's still on the sidelines. Right now, Chandler Rogers is going to come in. He entered on the third series, so like the third drive, but he did throw that one interception. So they're in 21. So that was an 11-yard sack. So they're going to hand it off to Benny Snell, and that even did not work. You just lost a yard on that one. What are you doing, Kings? What is your game? No clam, all chaos. Let's go, Storm. Yeah, right now the chaos is belonging to the Storm. That big sack by Banks. 3rd and 22. Like you're more going backwards than you're going forward. Like, what are you doing? Drop it back, Rogers, and Rogers throws it on the run. He does get it to Snell. He does get it to about the 33, 34-yard line, but you can't go for it. You got to take a field goal here. I don't know. I like the new profile picture. Hey, man, that's awesome. The Storm. That was your now they are your new domain. They're your new domain. So this is going to be 50. Good. This is going to be off the right hash for 51 yards for Tanner Brown. So let's see if he will make this one. Try to go for the lead in the first quarter at least. Snaps there. Kick is up. Looks good. Looking good. And he got it. He freaking got it. Nice leg, Tanner Brown. So right now, the Kings will have the lead of 3-0. After that big sack, after Bean gets injured, they still ended up walking away with 3 points. Still walking away with 3 points. That's definitely more. That is definitely more than enough. Now the score would have been 3-3 if it wasn't for the missed chip shot that Michael Lance had. Almost 28 yards and he missed it. What are you, Blair Walsh? What are you supposed to be? Blair Walsh? Come on now. Like, again, that ain't a deal, Chief. Man, I'm hearing a lot of frogs out there. Welcome to the humidity night, I guess. Like that's pretty much all I'm hearing outside. I'm just hearing these friggin' frogs. Freaking croaking away. Okay, I'm just realizing, looking at the depth chart, you have KJ Hamler on kick return and punt return. You should at least have Chris Rowland doing that. Chris Rowland, I think Chris Rowland is a lot more better option because of that speed. That's why Turpin works better when he's Dallas. Because that's why he was better at Dallas. Because again, like if you need a kick return, you got to have speed. Like that's what you got to have. You got to have some sort of speed. So it looks like the Storm. Well, excuse me. So if we win tonight, do we win the free for all of new teams? I mean, do you have to face you could double check with this, but like, do you have to face the Do you have to face the Aviators twice? You beat them one time. I mean, probably. I mean, if you win tonight, then you're going to be 3-0. But I'm not sure if you're going to be, because you beat the new teams once. You only face Columbus once. Of course, rolling off the flat, past the 50, past the 40, and you will pass the 40, the 35. That's a big gain, catch and run for Chris Rowland. See, like right there, Chris Rowland, he's speed. Chris Rowland is the player for speed. So you got to keep an eye on him. That's why he worked so freaking well with the defenders back last year. And he's really good. 15 plays at 15 plus yards. That's impressive for the Storm. And here comes a run, but that's only going to be good. But that's only going to be good for about a yard. That's only going to be good for a yard. And that's Trey Stewart with the carry. Yep. That's what the Storm's going to do. Like they got themselves a good rhythm, and they just gotta keep it going. That's definitely what you got to do. You just got to keep the rhythm going. And yeah, because for all teams, if you're good at something, that you got to keep it going. 2nd and 9. They're going to hand it off to Plummer's going to keep it to himself, and Plummer makes a guy miss past the 20. He will get shoved out of bounds at the 19-yard line. So that's a lot of QB, a couple amount of QB run to size kept by Plummer. And then he pretty much just went to the left, and that's a missed tackle right there. Plummer utilizing his legs. Thomas with the missed tackle, and Plummer going out of bounds. And there's a run game. There's a run game right there. Himmler in motion. And it's off to Stewart. Stewart goes right. He will pass at 15, and he will get the first down. He will get tackled about the 7. So now we're at a goal-to-go opportunity. Yeah, Plummer so far, he's good. He's all right. He's not bad. He may not be as elite status as Austin Reed, but he's not really messing up as much. Pitch to Stewart. Stewart will get nowhere. 2nd and goal from the 7 still. Yeah, hey, fly boy. Hey, flyer boy. But yeah, he is good enough. I agree. Plummer is definitely good enough. And it looks like we are about to reach to the end of the first quarter. So the Kings will still have the lead of 3-0. But right now, it's the Storm that is knocking on the doorstep. So they're going to go ahead and go to commercial break. Wow. Oh wow! So you got done with the Disney cruise. Ooh, Disney cruise. The good old Disney cruise. I never went on the cruise though. But I wonder. But I never really go on boats as much. I'm not really on boats as much. But I do wonder, like, how does a cruise feel? And and you also became an assistant coach for the high school flag football team. That's nice. That is freaking dope. That is nice. That is so dope. That is dope, my friend. That is so dope. That is definitely sick. Yeah. Getting a commercial for an attorney. getting a commercial for an attorney. Oh, meet up with family. Hey, man, family's a lot. Hey, family's important. Definitely stick with your family. I hope you have yourself a good night, Florida boy. See you, man. Hope you have yourself a good night. Have yourself a good night. Hopefully, you can watch a good amount of UFL over the weekend. Because right now, like especially with the expansion news that just announced, which we will definitely discuss about it during halftime. Oh my goodness, like the future maybe started to look bright for the United Football League. It may be bright. This is the third year in the UF. It's the third year of the UFL, and it's got to last longer than the USFL, and it's lasting longer than the USFL in the 80s. It's just the problem with the USFL was like number one was money, and number two was like definitely the payroll, and there was just a lot of stories. Yeah, that's another thing too that we're talking about. It's like we definitely got to discuss because Mike Repo wants to have 10 teams by 2028. Now the better question is who is going to represent the 10th team? And there's a lot of good choices out there. Plummer, and that one gets batted down incomplete. Batted down incomplete. He was trying to go for Roland. That's on Thomas. Boop. And he had Roland open. Jaheim Thomas just timed it good. That was really good timing by Thomas. So right now, Corbin's going to go ahead and stick in the backfield. 3rd and goal. Play clock winding down. Plummer. And there's Roland on the crossing route. Oh, he just let him open. He baited him. Touchdown. Touchdown, Roland. The defender really thought he was going to run it. He baited the defender to guide him away from Roland. Who was that corner? Because that's how you bait him. That's how you do it. That is how you do it. He freaking baited him. Yeah, number 3, Cameron Dantzler. He was sticking with Roland, and Roland he stuck away from Roland. He thought Plummer was going to run it in, but the bait, that's what's going to get you, man. Yes, SRG is indeed the Chris Roland touchdown. Happy for the kid. Happy, always going to be happy for the kid. And they're showing the Artemis 2 splashdown. Splashdown, touchdown. And that's exactly what the Storm did. As they take the lead. As they take the lead. Here's what I'm confused about power rankings, right? Here's where I'm confused. I saw some power rankings that people are putting teams over the Storm. Because at the early points in stage, and it definitely is harder to do like a more accurate power rankings when there are more games played. And when there are more games played. But early on, it's like you could kind of tell like where they are in the rankings. So like you get the Renegades going 2-0. So you get it being the Renegades being 2-0. And the Storm being 2-0. But like you have teams like the Battlehawks or the Stallions or Defenders or Gamblers be already ahead of him. The records say, yes, they played the Aviators, who are now 0-2, and the Kings are 0-2 right now. But, like, But like, how can you make a statement that a team with a 1-1 record is better than a team with a 2-0 record? Like, that's kind of like how I did it. It's like I also got to look at it record wise. But when it comes down to teams that have, but if it comes down to teams that have the same record, the first thing I'm going to think about is, have they played each other before? Because that's how I felt with the Defenders and Battlehawks, Stallions, and the Gamblers. Who is the best 1-on-1 team? Right now, the best 1-on-1 team is the Renegades, because number one, they beat the Defenders. They're already going to be better than the Defenders. And the Gamblers had a rough first game against the Renegades. And Stallions, yes, they may have beaten the Kings, but they lost to the Gamblers. So therefore, I think the Gamblers should be above the Stallions. The Defenders should be above the Stallions and the Gamblers. But again, hello, RFK, how are you doing? Jesus is indeed Lord. But then again, the Battlehawks are going to be the better one, or the best 1-on-1 team, because of all the scenarios that have been played out. And this is going to be a return to the 33. And there's Mike Repol. See, that's what I like. Mike Repol is actually showing up to these games. It's not they only do that for the beginning of the game and the end of the game. He's actually consistently showing up to games, showing the fan support, showing up the problems. We got an extra bye. Dude, what in the world was that game against the freaking what the heck was that game against the Stallions, my dude? What was that? Benny Snell try to go right, and he will definitely go for only about 2. Your QB cost me an CFP. I was right about Plummer. Yeah, he just threw that. Well, right now he has 4 TDs now, I believe, because he did throw one to Chris Rowland. So it's a quick one. This is Isaiah Winstead. Isaiah Winstead does get the first down. Does get bumped pretty hard when as he goes out of bounds. What's a gambler? What's a gambler? Apparently the Stallion's daddy. Oh, that one's funny. I'll give you that one. That was freaking funny. Oh shoot. That was funny. All right, Benny Snell will get a carry, and he's going to does get some good amount of yardage. I think he's going to get nothing, but he does get about 5. And now they're at Storm territory. All right, let's see. My guess is that with such parity within the UFL, and Orlando hasn't played any established good teams yet, so I'm waiting for Storm versus Stallions to see if they're legit or DC loses tomorrow. See, yeah, that's another thing. It's like Orlando hasn't played a team that is considered been good. But again, Storm's opponent next week is the Stallions. Now gets the carry. He's going to be 1 yard short. Yeah, so right now, Nolan Henderson and Hunter Deckers are out, I believe. They are both out. So Talia Tagovailoa is going to be the starting quarterback for the Gamblers tomorrow against DC. About to see Tua's brother, man. That's a swell moment. Defenders are also going to be without Seth Williams and Brandon Smith. Isaiah Winstead in motion. And Bean, he had him, dude. He had him. I think the pressure just got to him. 4th and 1. Are the Kings booing Plummer? Yeah, probably, whenever he's on the field. Style Mame home say boot in the week. Home say boot in the week. Hopefully they get a good. Hopefully they get a good one too. I hope they get a good one incoming too. 4th down and 1. See if they can pick it up here. Are they going to QB sneak it? What are they going to do? They're going to hand this off, but nowhere. Denied. Denied a 1st down. They try to run up the middle. Dude, that's like freaking Adam Gase stuff right there. Adam Gase does that so many times. You want to go for it? All right, we'll just run up the middle. He does that so many times. Like, what the heck are you thinking, dude? Like, come on, man. Who let Plummer in the city? Well, Louisville. Apparently the King, I guess Louisville let Plummer in the city and just start to torch him now, I guess. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Plummer, you're supposed to be banished from Louisville. Get out of here. Cross the bridge. Isn't it pronounced Louisville? Isn't that how they do it? Louisville. Because when I heard it from the commercial, it's like saying if you're supposed to say Louisville, right? Yeah, Louisville. Like Louisville. It's like you're saying Louisville, but with the but you have something in your mouth. That's what I thought. That's what I heard from like one of the players said. Like, how do you pronounce Louisville? Is it Louisville? Is it Louisville? Is it Louisville? But it's pronounced Louisville. But yeah, this is what I'm talking. But yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. So the Kings just does not do anything. Like the damn running up the middle on 4th and 1. I mean, I get running in the middle. It's like I get when you have like a powerful running back, but if it's like 4th and 1 and you have him in the backfield, it's like you're kind of setting yourself up to be very predictable of what you're going to do. Of what you're going to do on 4th down, and they did exactly that. Again, just not ideal. Louisville is the most lazy way to say it. No, he's not again. But again, like right there, you're looking at Ian Wheeler, and then so I guess the tight end did not get to his assignment, and then Keyshawn Banks went around. That was up to that tight end. Zach Davidson, he was supposed to make sure that he gets the block onto Banks, but he didn't. Well, the Renegades have not been choking so far. They managed to get the win over the Mountain And here comes Corbin. Corbin with about a 4-yard gain. Corbin with about a 4-yard gain. We're about just under 11 minutes until halftime. So that's a gain of 4 here. So now you're looking at a 2nd down and 6. Corbin in the backfield with Plummer. Looks like James Thomas is going to come in as a rush, and he freaking got him. He was the initial of slowing down Corbin, and he managed to get to him. That was really good edge work by James Thomas. Really good work. And again, like, that's their highlight. The Kings' highlight is their defense. It's just they don't have a lot of work with the offense. That's the thing. That is the thing. You know? Like, to me, that's a problem. Third and 5. Pump fakes. Plummer tries to look for somebody. Pump fakes again, and he's going to try to throw it over, and that's going to be incomplete. And looks like the Storm is going to go ahead and punt. It's going to punt it away. Chevy, how old is Plummer? He's been out of the CFP for 20 years. 25, 26, maybe? And here comes the punt. Oh, he muffed it. But Lucky Jackson muffed it. But looks like he recovered it. Oh, my goodness. That would have been bad. 26. Oh, my goodness. In the next school year, it's going to be 26, 27. Oh, my Lord. The kids are going to be eating that up. They're gonna eat that up. They're gonna eat the meme up. So, oh man, oh yeah, the Showboat, like for the past recent years, if you talk about teams that are chugging a lot, the Showboats and Renegades have been like they've been producing the art of UFL choking. Renegades have done that several times. The Showboats have done that several times. The most notorious one for me for the Renegades, and if you have something that is more notorious, let me know down in the comics. But when they blew 15 against the Defenders, that was definitely something they blew, or allowing 10 points in 2 minutes. And then the Showboats, definitely that game against the Brahmas in week 2 of 2024 season. The Renegades lost 67-0 to the Stout in 2026. Can you imagine that? That's going to be like, can you imagine that? Can you imagine a UFL score being that big? That's like playing a game against more like amateurs. Showing Noble. Definitely 100%. 42. Yeah, 42-0 is definitely one of the worst losses that you could have. Plummer did it to 2024 cards. Because all I remember is that for Plummer, he's a preseason quarterback. I saw on his jersey that he was on the Panthers. Still a nice crowd in Louisville at Lynn Flaming Stadium. We had something special. He killed us. And that's another thing. Like as of right now, I'm preferring Fox over ESPN, and a lot of people saying the same thing. A lot of people were complaining that ESPN's been doing a lot of split screen interviews. You don't get that as much for Fox. Bean dropped it back, and he's going deep. Oh my gosh, Caden Prather. Looks like he got tumbled a bit by a defensive back, but that does not stop him from making a heck of a catch. Holy moly. Bean with the deep bomb. Holy crap. Holy moly. What a catch. That is a catch. That is unbelievable. Holy crap. That was Brandon Sebastian in coverage. Dude, you got toasted. Oh, a little trickery. Lucky Jackson with the throw. Wide open in his Winstead. Whistle's not blown. You can get up. You're not down until you touch. But what trickery have we seen? Lucky Jackson throwing the ball. What in the world is going on? The Kings out here pulling out a deck of cards? They thought it was going to be an end around, and he just stopped. A little too high, but it still made it work for Isaiah Winstead. Oh, my goodness. That's phenomenal. One of the better trick plays we have seen so far. And we have a Storm player that is down on the field. And that is Lamar Jackson, the cornerback of the Storm, that is down in the field. 8:01 remaining. And it looks like he's limping off the field. Anyways, let's look at some chat. Fox Games feels more natural. ESPN feels like they want to be interesting, but they need to take it down a notch. No, I agree. Like, they really got to take down those interviews a notch. They're doing a little tad. But man, Lucky Jackson not only getting 51 yards of receiving, but he gets a big passing one too. Undefeated FSU and UCF. But yeah, like FSU should have been in the CFP. Bean rushing in past the 15-10, and he's going to slot, and he will take a backward slide to the 7 or 6 yard line. First and goal now for the Kings. They're trying to try and retake this lead. Thoughts on the Ludacris performance? I didn't really watch the Ludacris performance because I was watching the game with my friend, and during halftime, we decided to go ahead and watch videos. He was telling me he was asking me what's the difference between 3-4 and 4-3, and I said, well, 3-4 means you have 3 defensive tackles and 4 linebackers. Because apparently there's the fourth linebacker, because we watched the video that was that John Gruden was speaking the glossary or the vocabulary words. So he said that. So of course you have. So now I know the difference between Sam and Will. Sam means strong. That means you are the linebacker that is covering the tight end. That's what the strong linebacker is. And then Will is on the other side. That is the weak side. And then, of course, you have the middle linebacker. But there's a fourth linebacker. It's called the plugger. That's what he calls it. Gruden said the fourth is called the plugger. And then going deep for Winstead. Oh, that has to be passed, right? Is there no pass interference? He freaking ran to him. Not looking for the dang thing. Oh, now. And then for teams that are running 3-4, you notice how there's some teams that has NT or nose tackle, and then others are DT. Well, NT means nose tackle. So what it is, if you're running 3-4, you have 2 edges and a nose tackle. 2 edges and a nose tackle. When you're running 4-3, you have 2 edges and 2 DT. Third and goal, they need to go for the end zone if they could try here. Bean. He's going to evade the pocket. He's going to throw and run, and that's going to be incomplete. He was trying to go for Prather, but Prather wasn't looking. He should have tried to run it. If I was him. Let's see. You really think 2024 FSU with the 1-year rentals would beat the greatest underdog story of all time? Well, it depends. I mean, we can only speak hypotheticals at some point. Pick a random NFL team. Carolina Panthers. Let's go with Carolina Panthers. All right, 4th and goal. 27-yard field goal for Tanner Brown. Kick is up. Kick is good. The kick is up, and it is good. Yeah, so we're going Panthers. Yeah, so where is this going? Pick a random NFL team. See, I'd say they're about even, but they're both 100 FSU wins, but UCF gets bare top players. Oh, the Retro Bowl team. Oh, man. Retro Bowl. That game is kind of fun. I do like some Retro Bowl. I do like some Retro Bowl. I think Retro Bowl is definitely legit. See how the Hornets are doing. We were losing at halftime, I saw. Yeah, and we're losing to the Pistons 104-92. Well, there goes. We're probably going to win. We had to win 2 games to make it in. Shoot. At least we're not the Pelicans. Dang, losing 104-68, and you're still in the third quarter. Good gravy. The Hawks are beat. I think the Hawks win the Southeast Division. They're winning by 30 against the. They're winning by 30 against the Cavs. Holy mackerel! I gotta try. I mean, I never played Retro Bowl College. I should probably test out how college works. Do you know how the NBA playoffs work? Well, the NBA well 1 through 6. Well, seeds 1 through 6, they lock in a playoff spot. But seeds 7 and 10 had to do a play-in. Seeds 7 through 8 will play first, and whoever wins that game will get a playoff spot and represent the 7th seed. And seeds 9 and 10 will play. Loser is eliminated from the postseason. And then the loser of the 7-8 seed game and the winner of the 9-10 seed game will play each other, and the winner of that game will represent the 8th seed in the playoffs. So, all right. Hey, all right, Red Black. I hope you have yourself a good one. I hope you have yourself a good night. Enjoy the cruise. This is going to be KJ Hamler with a return, and he gets out around the 42-yard line. And there is a flag. Yes, there is a flag. Looks like they might gonna get him for unnecessary roughness because he pushed him late out of bounds. And now you're going to be in plus territory. Damn. Well, 8 teams. Well, the thing is, 8 teams still remain for the playoffs, of course, because you got 1 versus 8 seed, 2 versus 7, 6 through 3 versus 3, and 4 to 5. Right? There's still that, but 2020. But I believe it was 2020 introduced the play-ins. So seeds 7 and 10 will do a play-in. But the winner of the 7-8 game is the 7th seed. And whoever's the winner of the 9th in the 10th seed game will play the loser of the 7-8 seed game. Yeah, it's like some random guy said. That means like it's a mini tournament before the real tournament. Yeah, 20 had an 8v9 game for the bubble. 9 had to win 2 in a row. Yeah, well now it's 7 versus 8 and 9 versus 10. It was only in the West. Only in the West, huh? 2nd and 6. Roland going in motion. He's going to be a little quick. Going a little deep. Wide open. That's KJ Hamler. And Ellis will give him a tackle, and that's going to be 1st and goal for the Storm. 1st and goal for the Storm. Yeah, the records were tied. I know how the play-in works. I thought you'd get confused as a new fan. I mean, I can still be like more. I can be observant when it comes to it. I can still be a lot more observant. I don't necessarily need to be a real fan. I don't necessarily need to be a real fan to understand how the plans work. You just got to be observant. Looks like a false start on the Storm. So 1 penalty now for the Storm. The West had more teams to qualify than the East, but in 2020, 2021 season officially introduced to the real thing. Playing is a fun first time my team has missed it. Yeah, the Bulls, right? Man. No, and I think what kind of screwed you? February. The fact that you guys never won a game in February, that screwed you big time. First and goal from the 14. Plummer. And he's going to get sacked. Nums. That is the very Levelston. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you guys did not win one February game. That was shocking. And on top of that, around the end of January, beginning of February, the Hornets were on a big win streak. And then the Hornets had a 4-game, and then they had a 6-game win streak, and then they had a 4-game win streak. And they officially have a 500 record better now. Play action, Plummer. And he's telling someone to go deep, and he's going to go deep, and that's going to get batted down, incomplete. Tried to tend it to Roland, I believe, and that is the DeAndre Prince with the bat down. He was telling someone to go deep. He was trying to go somewhere deep. He was like, that way. And then I think Roland just got hit hard. Yeah, he kind of got hit a bit hard. Let's see here. Our new GM will have to be like Billy D. He's been here for 6 years and has won one playoff game. That said that we were injured and had the one before we got hurt. Yeah, it looks like Roland is taking a stroll to the sideline with a trainer. So hopefully he's all right. I hope he's all right, because that was definitely a big hit from taking on Roland. Alrighty, 3rd and goal. Yeah, Business 1C feels amazing. Yeah, I bet it does feel amazing, man. I bet it does. Yes, I think the Hornets are more than likely. We're probably going to be 9th or 10th seed. It looks like 2-minute warning, I believe. And right now, the Bulls are losing to the Magic. You're losing to the Magic. Because what do we have? Hornets have 3 games left. Yeah, we had to play Pistons. I know we had to play the Knicks. I don't know who else we had to play. But yeah, we are. Yeah, more than likely we'll be 9th or 10th seed. Dang, just thought we could make it. The freaking Golden State Warriors is 37-43, and they're in the play-ins. Jeez. But but you gotta get credit. Like the Southeast Division is gonna have 4 teams with 500 records or better. Like that is outstanding. Really outstanding. Man, we had to play the Heat. Oh man, and like as of right now, we're expecting to play the Heat. The Heat is tough. I think the Heat is the toughest opponent, our toughest division opponent we have faced. Well, I know divisions don't matter, but dang, but hey, I mean, you know what divisions do? Bragging rights. But dang, the fact that we had to face the Heat, because I think that's the team that we had a struggle out of all of our division opponents. The Heat was the team that we struggled with the most. The Heat are the playing Kings. Yeah, it's not your usual Hawks, Heat, and Bulls. Hawks are definitely going to be in the playoff seeds as they kick butt against the Cavaliers. He's been sloppy as of late. I mean, again, like you never know. You never know. I mean, the Heat are for the last 10 games have been 3-7. So I guess it's just all about getting hot at the right time. And then Nuggets are on a 10-game win streak. Rockets are on an 8-game win streak. Jeez. Sixers are really sneaky. I think we beat the 76ers twice now. We beat the 76ers twice. 3rd and goal, 2-minute warning. Plummer. And he's going to get num. Num-nums. Num-nums galore. Num-nums are there galore. And that is a sack by Jalen Allen. That's a sack right there. And then that was 46, also helping him, Cam Gill. He was helping him with the sacks. So I guess it will be half a sack for both players. At least the good news, you hold the Storm to a field goal. The penalty kind of screwed them, but you definitely made it worth it by sagging him. Because now you're going to make a 44-yard field goal. And he missed a 28-yarder. So this is trying to make a 4-point game. Lance trying to make a 4-point game. Snaps there. Kick is up and it looks like it's going to the middle, and that is good. That kick is oops. My bad. Oops. It looks like that kick is good. So now, can the Kings get some sort of points on the board? Maybe a touchdown. They have not scored one since week 1. Because the rest have been field goals. Last game's been field goals. Great for the kicker. Great for Tanner Brown, but he needs to do it. Well, less than 2 minutes, can the King make a drive to get a 4-point field goal? I mean, that is also true too. But now the better question is, does Tanner Brown have the leg and the accuracy for it? That's the better question. Does Tanner Brown have it? And sometimes you gotta build that. You gotta build that confidence. We're even on yards. 140 for the Kings, 137 for the Storm so far. But rushing yards, the Kings stuck at 25. Orlando with 43. Taking it from the 5. Passes the 20. We'll get tackled at the 30. So now, Lucky Jackson. See, look at that. Kings versus the Storm. 0 touchdowns on 14 drives. 14 drives, and they have not gotten a touchdown. I'm just saying it just depends on the time. If it's less than 10 seconds, why not take the risks? I mean, yeah, that is true. Like, if it's less than 10 seconds, then why the heck not, Like, why the heck not, First down at 10. Let's see, Bean, can he make this 2-minute drive worth it? And it looks like that might be a hold, and he will throw that out of bounds. So it looks like that might be a hold on the Kings, maybe. Yep, holding. And that's going to be running clock too, I think. No, that's right. Running clock if it's like completed. My Retro Bowl teams has all rookies except one guy. All rookies? Oh my goodness. Can you imagine? I mean, in the first year, like the first ever season of the UFL, USFL, or any kind of football league, like everybody was a rookie at some point. Everybody's a rookie at some point. Let's see, 1st and 20. And they're going to hand this off. They are going to hand this off. Gets only a gain of 3. 1 minute, 22 seconds. And we got somebody calling a timeout. And that timeout's the Storm. They want the ball back. They are looking to get the ball back. Yeah, that's going to be an L for the Hornets. 43 and 38. And in the Heat wins 140 to 117 over the Wizards. Man, what happened to the Pacers? Like, weren't they runner-ups last year? Like, weren't they runner-ups last year? What in the heck happened to them? Bean, oh my gosh, he missed a dump off. The pressure just got to him. Now it's 3rd and 17. Pacers are hurt. Oh, yeah, wasn't there one guy that got hurt? Mainly injuries. Didn't that one guy that was his last name starts with a T. I can't place the name. It's like Tabarton or whatever his name is. Wasn't he the player that got hurt in Game 7? Was he the guy that got hurt in Game 7, if I'm not mistaken? Halliburton. Okay, Halliburton. And the Kings have called their second timeout. I think it was I don't know. Yeah, that's what I figured. He got hurt in Game 7. And everybody was talking about that. It was like Game 7 of Thunder and Pacers. And then now I was hearing the news that, he got hurt. And everybody was like, oh, shoot. Yeah, that's what I figured. But yeah, that's what I missed it. That's what I figured. But man, and I thought the Celtics was going to be bad like the Pacers because what was it? Jason Tatum who friggin' torn his Achilles against the Knicks, and then he came back. Deep pass. Holy crap! What a friggin' pass and throw to Isaiah Winstead. It looks like Bean is hurt too. He was a little wobbling when he was getting up. What the freak? They're at the 42, 1:09. Yeah, Tatum. Yeah. Bean throws another quick one to Jackson. Jackson gets to the 48. They're trying to be as quick as they can. Less than a minute now, 55 seconds. Gotta go fast. Bean. He's going a little deep in the middle. Wide the heck open. That is Trey McKitty. Clock stops at 43 seconds. Very, very close to the end, getting closer and closer to the end zone. But that's just a seam route. That guy was a little hesitant. Number 10, he was a little hesitant when it comes to stopping that seam route. That was Darian Butler. What, did they spike it? Yeah, 39 seconds left. But what a missile. That was a freaking missile to Isaiah Winstead. Hey, just get down to the sticks. Just get down just enough to the sticks and just do the work. Yep, Pistons has beaten the Hornets. 118-100. Well, SRG, your Pistons swept my Hornets. Won 3 games. Being 7 for 13, 149 yards. He's slinging. Alrighty. And I think that was a Storm with the timeout right there. A lot of receivers going at the same time. Got to be quick. And final timeout taken by the Kings. Final timeout remaining. Yeah, SRG he's a Pistons fan. He is a Pistons fan. Yeah. He's on cloud 9 right now with the Pistons being the 1 seed. 100%. How are the Braves doing? All right. Let's see how let's check baseball. Let's see how they're doing. You're a Cardinals fan, right? RFK. check some baseball. We play Cleveland. Let's see here. Blue Jays beating the Twins for 9-4. Athletics beating the Mets 4-0. I like that. Beam try to go for the end zone, and that is over the overthrew Trey McKitty in the end zone, incomplete. Rays are beating the Yankees 5-3 in the bottom of the 8th. Braves beating the Guardians 9-3 at the top of the 8th. I like it. I love it. Hey, SRG, your job one. The Red Sox are beating the Cardinals 2-1 at the bottom of the 4th. And that's what we got so far. Phillies lost, yes. Marlins lost, yes. Being over the end zone and catch by Winstead. You got no timeouts. You got to spike that thing. 28 seconds remaining. Angels beat the Reds. And they're changing it. You got to spike it. There you go. 26 seconds. 26 seconds remaining. Second and goal. Kings get the ball, and Kings get the ball at after halftime as well. I hate the Tons. My RB is 0-1. My record is 1-0-1. Rip. That's a certified rip. Oh, the Guardians got base bloated. Bean going for the end zone. That was tipped. That was tipped and incomplete. That was Isaiah Bugs. That was Isaiah Bugs with the tip. If it wasn't for that, that could have been a touchdown. Great bat down by Bugs. I think I got the helmet. Look like he got the helmet. All right, they're in goal. Beans going for the end zone again. There's a flag on the field. We don't know what the flag could be. But regardless, that would be a 10-second runoff. It would be a 10-second runoff if it's on the Kings. Let's see. Offsides. Oop, that's not the score. But offsides. That's on 97. That's Isaiah Mack. Offsides. Had this to go. 0 touchdowns in the last 137 minutes or 102 hours and 17 minutes. Being going for the corner. Oh, that looked tackled. Where's the penalty? And you can't challenge it because you got no timeouts. You can't challenge it because there's no timeouts. Oh, dude. Oh, my goodness, brother. Here we are, fourth and goal. Now or nothing. You're right there. You're literally right there. You do not want Orlando to get a chance. You're right there. You need to put a dagger to this half. Here we go. Fourth and goal. Bean. Incomplete. And his turnover on downs. Oh my goodness. A constant offensive heartbreak. And he was looking at it too, and the ball was already behind him. So it looks like was it improper placement? Like, was it improper placement for the Storm? Like, the 2-minute drive looks so damn promising. It looks so promising. Man. What more can you do? Like, what more can you do? But anyways, we're at halftime. Like they had that drive down. You get the ball in the second half. Excuse me. Like you got the ball in the second half, but now it's like, oh, dude. Only 6 points, 28 yards, 28 rushing yards allowed. Oh, the YouTuber named Squidtard, he posted it. Wait, what did I miss? Turnover on downs, Kings. Once again, heartbreak. Once again, did not finish the drive in heartbreak. Converting a 3rd and 17, and then they had the drive. They were running down the field, but they just couldn't get it in the end zone, and even got an extra chance. Why did I see 10-7? 10-7, not 10-7. Oh wait, 10-7. Oops, that's my mistake. Oops, it's 10-6. It's 10-6. My bad. That's my bad. But still, heartbreak. But Squidtard was saying, who is a bigger crybaby? 2023 FSU fans, 2024 Bama fans, and 2025 Notre Dame fans. Oh, man. Notre Dame fans, they were definitely the biggest among all crybabies. They were definitely the biggest of all crybabies. But it's like, seriously, like, oh, yeah, FIFA, right? It's in June. Okay. The FIFA tournament's in June. But yeah, my big issue is like if you're not in a conference, then you are pretty much putting yourself in a big disadvantage when it comes to the playoffs. You know what I mean? You're putting yourself in a disadvantage for the playoffs. 2024 Battlehawks are crybabies. Why are the what's your reasoning why they are crybabies? Oh man. But I'm not 2 and 2. Hey, 2-2. Not a bad record. Not a bad record. But anyway, so this is what I was talking about initially. So if you guys miss it, right? In case you guys miss it. Oops, what in the world there we go. We have a new city in town. We have a new city in town for the UFL in 2028. It's Oklahoma City. And now a lot of people were contemplating what the name is. I'm hearing a lot of people thinking, okay, we should go back to the Outlaws, but I'm hearing now they could be the Oklahoma City Lightning because Oklahoma City Lightning. Because you got the Oklahoma Thunder and Lightning. And that's another thing too, because Oklahoma City was there because positive they have positive TV ratings. Like they have positive TV ratings there with viewer wise in Oklahoma City. But, and this is a big but. This is a big but, right? Who would you rather have? Who would you rather have? Okay, here. Let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and make a poll. Let's go ahead and make a poll. Right? So which city will be the 10th expansion team. Who could it be? Unless Mike is going to spend more money for Lumen, it's pretty difficult for the Sea Dragons. Yeah, I mean, where does what you would call it? Where does Seattle soccer team play? I mean, you got to play them in a soccer stadium because that's pretty much what they've been. That's pretty much what they've been doing the entire time. Because of course, like which city, which market's a better wording. Yeah, which market would be the 10th expansion team? The Storm play in Lumen Field. I mean, it's also yeah. Let's see. Of course, there's Michigan. There's a lot of people are playing at a high school stadium. Oh my gosh, dude, how would that work? How the heck would that work? Because of course you got Michigan. And I saw people putting down New Orleans. I'm hearing people putting down New Orleans, Seattle Storm. Oh, the Storm. That's their soccer team. Okay. The Seattle Storm Soccer Stadium. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so there's also Seattle, and then comment down for other. Because where would it be? Where should it be? Yeah, Storm is and yeah, isn't Seattle Storm also the WNBA? And oh yeah, and another news, the Connecticut Sun, I'm hearing they are expanding. I believe they are expanding to what do you call it? Not expanding. They're moving to Houston. I would say Philly. That they have Subaru Park. Should. Probably should. Here, let's reset real quick. Let me edit that. Should be the 10th. There we go. Happy? Yeah. Seattle Sounders. Okay. The Seattle Sounders. But yeah, so we're gonna have this poll up. We will have this poll up for the whole game, so that's gonna be there for a while. But I mean, New Orleans is not bad. I mean, I think that you could get a lot of it, especially because there's people from Tulane. Tulane is from New Orleans. I know it's not on here because you could list it as others, but I'm hearing San Diego could be a good potential candidate too. Because San Diego does not have a football team for now a decade. They have not had a football team in a decade now. Because 2016 was the last year the Chargers played in San Diego. That's right. That's right, because there is a new soccer stadium being built. That's right. Because I feel like logic. Yeah, I was just about to say that. If you want to comment down one, Miss RG, if you want to put that Michigan, that would be totally need a burrito. But yeah, logically, it will make sense to put the Michigan. And besides, if you look at the attendance from last year and compared it to 2024, the Panthers was the only team that saw improvement in attendance. Yes, there's still good numbers there's still decent numbers from the Battlehawks, from the Defenders, but the Panthers was that team that improved in attendance. And heck, they were giving out free Jake Bates bobbleheads, and they had the last game of the season have up to 16,000, which was incredible. That was incredible. But man, the Kings, where is the run game? The run game is non-existent. It's non-existent. What in the world? Where is that run game? Oh yeah, the AAF. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, James Larson just sums it up perfectly. Sums it up perfectly about what you call it. Snapdragon San Diego would not be too terrible. They would need to be equivalent to Battlehawks attendance numbers. Yeah, because does San Diego have a soccer stadium? I think Michigan should be back. Um, like on. I'm like, that's on James Larson. Hold on. Let's see. Soccer Stadium plays at Snapdragon and it carries 35,000. Okay, so it carries 35,000. Right. But yeah. And Mike Repo is going to be in DC. Neat. I just lost on a you lost on a Hail Mary? Dude, priceless. Dude, wow. Where's the um can you see on my screen? Like, can you see the poll on my screen? One for Michigan, two for New Orleans, three for Seattle, and four for other. Here, I thought I have it. Yeah, like 60 yards lost by one. Damn. There it is. All right, there we go. There you go. All righty. Yep, see, there you go. You just got to type 1, 2, 3, or 4. Yep. Ooh, Florida A&M will not be postseason eligible for the upcoming season. The Rattlers football program failed to meet academic eligibility requirements. What? What is this, Akron? What is this, last year's Akron? Bruh. Lol. But yeah, I'm excited for the game. I think the game is going to be freaking phenomenal. I think the game might be good. Yep, because with our loss to the Pistons, the Hornets are now officially locked in the play-in. We are officially in the play-in. So we cannot lock in the playoff spot. So we might play for we have got to go for 2 wins in a row now. Imagine Akron, yeah, imagine being too stupid. I mean, everybody has stupid moments, but if it's like a college academy, I mean, if it's a college academy that is doing it, then it's like, okay, what the heck have you been doing? Alrighty, we're back. We're back, boys, in the game. And the Kings will have it. We'll have it first, like I mentioned. It's a decent return to the 38 by Sheridan. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, it's like how does college manage to do that? Like, I don't understand how college. But anyways, 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Jason Bean. He's going to go deep. And what a catch. You know what? The offense is a lot better with Winstead. Because, yes, you have Lucky Jackson, but you also got Winstead. Winstead has actually been playing some pretty dang good football. Against the Stallions right now, he's himself a decent, a really good night tonight. Coppin State did that for our men's basketball as they are the second worst team yearly. Dang. 96 yards for Winstead. Bean dropping back, and he's going to dump it off to Snell. And Snell will, I think he might just get enough for the first down, but now that he's probably going to be inches. He will definitely be inches short of the goal line. The Kings really got to get that lead. They need this lead. They're really good passing, but it's just my problem is they got to establish some sort of run game. Because at that point, you're pretty much just becoming a one-trick pony. 1st down at 10. Bean going deep for the end zone. What a catch! That is touchdown, Kings. Zach Davidson with the catch. The first touchdown in 15 drives. Their first touchdown since Lucky Jackson in week 1. And just like that, the Kings have taken the lead. Was it a seam? It looks like a seam, maybe. No, just a post route. Wow. There you go. There you freaking go. They're 23 yards to Zach Davidson. Legit. Kick is up, and it is good. Kings are now up by 3 again. The Kings are now up by 3 again. Got the hands. Definitely got the hands. Trying to get the Kings crowd pumping. Definitely need to do what they can to get the crowd pumping. And the Kings have answered that. They have taken your anger out of. They have definitely took their anger out of their last drive. But yeah, that graphic was crazy. And it was at home, and we were City Connect jerseys. Wow. More. Oh yeah, the Braves have that's right, because the Braves are doing Braves Vision. Right. That's Apple TV. I was looking at scores, Yes Network, NBC, scoreboard. Where is the Fox logo? I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to go check on the MLB right now. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see here. Blue Jays beating the Twins 10-4. Braves beating the Guardians 11-5. And I think the Braves just won. Yep, they won 11-5. Let's freaking go. The Mets have lost 2. Mets lost. Phillies lost. Marlins lost. Wait, yeah, Mets lost. Phillies lost. And are the Nationals winning? No, they're tied at 3. But still, let's go. First touchdown in the last 2 hours and 2 hours, 19 minutes, and 10 seconds of game time. Good goodness. Holy moly, dude. Alrighty, 10, 13 to 10. And it's going to be taken in by Chris Rowland. And Chris Rowland tries to get the crease, but he gets tripped up around the 40. And Jack Plummer and the Storm are hopping to the field for the first time. Hopping into the field for the first time. All right. We're going to Sean Corbin. Corbin going left sideline, and he will get out of bounds. That's probably about a gain of 4 right there, or a gain of 6. Looks like a gain of 6, so second down and 4 now. Plummer outside the pocket. Did that through that one touchdown. 6 and 4. Here we got second down and 3. KJ Hamler going in motion. Drop it back. Plummer try to go deep on the right side. Will overthrow Elijah Badger. Cameron Dancer in coverage. That ball will fall incomplete. About to be 6 of 5. Are you getting your butt? What are you? Are you winning, son? Man, I like you guys remember at least heard of Techno Blade when it was like his birthday, his dad knocked his door and he said, "Are you winning, son?" and just told him happy birthday. Very wholesome. Let's see. Plummer, pressure coming to his face, but he does connect to Rowland, and Rowland tries to go away, but he will get tackled at the 25-yard line in King territory. So Rowland is rolling. Wasn't really that bad, but in the final 1.5, we went from 1 TD down to 3. Ouch. Yeah, the steak did look yummy. The steak did look yummy. Plummer, drop it back. He's going to dump this one off to Corbin, and Corbin will step out of bounds. He will get a gain about 4 as he steps out at the 21-yard line. Rolling gently down the street. Make that 2 TDs now, but for only 17 seconds. I'm telling you, like the moment I saw Chris Rowland on the Storm, I'm like, dude, Storm is gonna get a freaking buckload off of Chris Rowland. He's that good. He's really good. He's good, and he was nice in his as part of the Philadelphia Stars. And when UFL draft came in, the defenders picked him up for 2 seasons, and now he was in free agency. I'm just surprised that when you're doing reserves, I'm surprised that Chris Rowland was not one of the players. If I was like one of the front office, I would do what I can to keep Rowland because that's your star player. You got 2 receivers on both sides. Does get to Rowland. Ooh, he barely got it. Barely got it. Chris Rowland is rowing his boat. He is rowing his boat. Just yoink. Receiving yards. He has 85. 85 receiving yards tonight. Dang. Oh, are we going to get a false start? We got a little cha-cha. And that's exactly what we got. A false start. Yep, we got ourselves a false start. That is on Henry. That is on Zuri Henry, the left tackle. Oh Lord, you're 6'7" now. But anyway, Storm facing first and 15. First and 15 now. Plummer throwing it quickly, incomplete. That was intended to Sean Bowman, but does not get the connection to hands. So that's what. Okay, so that's why you're getting your game so fast. You're simming, then jump in when it's close. Okay, it kind of reminds me how Bordeaux, when he was doing like his imperialism videos, he always sims the games, but if it's still a close game, then he jumps into like the final 2 minutes of the game. Play action. Oh, pressure coming in. He does get a connection to Corbin, but he's left wide open, and he will just jog his way for a touchdown. There was a lot of space for Corbin to run through. The Kings just left him too open. He just left him too open. And I think everybody was more focused on the right side because, Hamler motioned right. Of course, there was pressure. 36 did a nice job applying pressure. But there was barely anybody on the left side because, again, you got the motion. Hamler was acting as the decoy. He motioned right. And if you have a lack of personnel there, again, Corbin is going to utilize the empty space. And then that's how he's going to get that's pretty much how he will get the touchdown. But 2 touchdowns for Plummer. One for Roland, and now another one for Sean Corbin. Plummer again. He's playing some nice football. He is playing some pretty nice football. I would definitely say that for myself. But yeah, roll your boat. Or you know what? I'm gonna be right back. I will be right back. I just need to use the restroom. I'm probably gonna get myself another drink. Who I thought that was going to be a big play right there. Holy moly. I really thought he was going to run, he's going to run the distance. Yeah, like usually, yeah, Snell was wide open. He had Snell open. Like sometimes Bean just makes the word. He makes bad decisions at a bad time. He makes bad. Sometimes you make bad decisions at the worst time. All right, Bean. He's going deep again, dude. Is not afraid to go deep. Ooh, there's some. Ooh, that's some friendly fire. Oh, that's friendly fire. Oh man, I think that's Micah Abraham that got wasted. And there's a flag on the field. Could be on the Storm, maybe. But wow. He got absolutely decked. Yeah, no foul on the play, but my gosh, Micah Abraham got absolutely decked. That was just friendly fire. Damn. And both players just went airborne. You got a guy that's wide open down in the little flat. Wow. They're gonna go ahead and step aside with 8:32 remaining. Nine eight. We got the fourth seed with the worst record in the NFC playoffs. Hey, 9-8 record. Steelers gone to Super Bowl. Yeah, watching just people were saying the splash down. What's up, Amon? How are we doing today? Was that Philly? I try to read. What is your profile picture? I cannot see. I can barely pick up what your profile says. And what are you a fan of the UFL? Are you interested in the league? Do you love football? First American to say my name right ever. Really? Oh, really? It's really pronounced Amon. Amon R. Yeah, because if it's man, it's MAN or MANN. But if it's AA, if you're saying MAAN, then it should have been pronounced Mon. Amon R. So yes, of course, Jesus is indeed the Lord. He is indeed the Lord. Oh yeah, there was one play between the Pistons and the Hornets that it showed that LaMelo decided he had room to lay up, but he decided to go for a corner three, and he can make that. And I'm like, a freaking course, he is freaking doing that. What? Watch the NFL when they came to London. Enjoyed XFL and just got back into the sport after a few seasons off. Oh yeah, I mean the UFL has been around for a few seasons, and the XFL merged with the United States Football League. But that was initially what it was before the UFL quote rebranded to what it is right now. Because of course, right now you're seeing three new teams. Two of them are playing each other right now. And Mike Repole is really like try to expand what the United Football League is. And of course, I enjoyed the XFL in 2023 as well. It's like it just comes down to can you make the better? XFL 2020 was indeed good as well. It's just unfortunate that the pandemic just shut everything down. Like the product there was fantastic. Oh, Bean gets tripped, but he still makes the run. Lucky Jackson gets the throw and catch, but he's about 3 yards short. And I think they're past the 52. I think they're past the 50 also, so they might have to go for it. Or maybe go for a 4-point field goal, maybe. Yeah, the last season I watched was that first Berkshire year. Here's to 2024. That was Jake Bates' year, the kicker from the Lions. And they're going for it. Yeah, they're at the 49. Oh, darn. 4th and 3. Bean, those a quick one. That's a catch. That's a first down. That's to Bell. XFL 22. All right, let's see here. XFL 2020 and USFL 2022 was easy to watch here. Just so hard to watch since SP kind of forgot about it. He threw a pick, eliminated from the playoffs. But yeah, so XFL 2020, it was fun. It was good, a good product. Like, we're just trying to replicate what happened there. And Snell gets a 9-yard gain. That's a good run for Benny Snell, former Pittsburgh Steeler. Amon, if you have an NFL team, what is your NFL team? And of course, Amon, as Serena guy got you back. He's a roughneck legend, PJ Walker. What a freaking legend he was. What a legend he was. I saw an open TD and he threw the ball too soon. Rip. That's a rip, brother. So you're going to run up the middle with Snell again. And Snell is now getting big gains. He's going to pass 25, pass to 20. He will shove that out of bounds around the 13-yard line. Snell now getting some yardage in the run game. Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay, so all right, so Steelers fan. Okay. That's right. And the Steelers were in London last year. They played the Vikings. And I think they barely won that game too, if I think of it. I believe they barely won that game too, if I come to think of it. Play clock winding down, first down and 10 from the 13. Ooh, Bean with the play action. They thought I was going to give it to Snell, but he throws it to Jackson for a touchdown. Kings. Oh my goodness. We might go over. The total is 38.5, ladies and gentlemen. We might break that tonight. This has been a good back and forth affair between the Kings and the Storm. Now, let's see here. I went to a Dolphins-Jags game when the Jags had that comeback when I was a kid. And then Steelers were shown on TV, so I ended up with them. Oh, yeah, Dolphins-Jags. Oh, my gosh. That was Urban Meyer. That was Urban Meyer Jaguars. And they were like, on the night, they were like a 20-game losing streak. And then they beat Miami. And that was a freaking comeback. I remember that game. Yeah, the game was in London. Extra point is good. And again, the Kings will take a lead. Touchdown number 2 for Bean. This time to Lucky Jackson. Oh man. All right. I guess I'll post my GIF right now. Let's see here. Me watching the I seem to be stuck with bad teams in every sport. Hey man, I'm a Jets fan, dude. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Yeah, yeah. Your comment says for itself. Your comment speaks for itself, sir. It speaks for itself. Is the NFL the only sport you watch, or is there any other sports that you've been watching from the UK? Like you watch baseball, do you watch college football, maybe? I know they're trying to. I know they have a game in Ireland. I heard they're trying to do another football game. Hold on, college. Let's see, football international games 2025. I thought there's one that is happening soon. I think it was 2020. Let's look at 2026. Let's see. Let's see. I know because North Carolina and TCU is Ireland. No, it's NC State, Virginia. They're in Brazil. Oh. Okay, that explains it. That explains it. Obviously, the real football, soccer, LOL, bit of CFB when it's shown here. Bit of basketball. Okay. Yeah, because college football doesn't really show a lot of international games. Extortionate? What do you mean by Amon? What do you mean by extortionate? Oh, Corbin breaks the crease. He's past the 50. He will get shoved out around the 43 in King territory. That's a good return from Corbin. What do you mean by extortionate? Like hard to come by? Is that mainly what you mean? Because that's the only way you can get there is like take a ticket to Ireland, see North Carolina, see Bill Belichick, North Carolina go up against TCU. Right, first down and 10 at the Kings 45-yard line. A little reverse. Oh, breaks the tackle. KJ Hamler. Oh, you're getting surrounded. He just lost 4 yards. Dang. Dang. You know what time it is? It's bean time. It's just the Kings post a picture. It says, the caption is, you know what time it is. And it's a picture of a clock that is filled with beans. Pretty much just saying it's bean time. Oh my goodness. Arizona State, Kansas. Oh, that's right. That game. Right? Hold on, let me look it up. Plummer. Oh my goodness. Throw and a catch to number 82. Wonder who that player is. Oh, and that's Storm Ball. Oops. 82. That is Sam Wiggless. Yeah, Arizona State versus Kansas. Let's see here. That's right. I forgot. I thought it was just 2 games. Oh my goodness, he was open. What was that throw to Badger? I thought he would catch that. Yeah, Wembley Stadium. September 19th. They're coming to Wembley, but I'm not paying to sit in the heavens. I do that enough for England. Yeah, Kansas and Arizona State. Okay, I forgot about that. It's like I could have sworn I saw like it's like I could have sworn I saw the game. Oh, and here comes Trey Stewart. Trey Stewart Tries to break tackles, but he will be a couple yards short. It will be 3rd and 2, 3 minutes remaining. I mean, go to the loo soon. Yeah, everybody's gonna argue. No, American football is real football. No, soccer is the real football. Oh, it looks like Jack Plummer decides to call it their first time out of the game. Let's see. Let's go check some baseball. Let's check some baseball. How are RFKs? It's called something cringe union like classic. Kansas versus Arizona State. Let's see, 2026. Union Jack Classic. That's what it's called. It's called the Union Jack Classic. That's what it's called. Cardinals are in the lead 3-2 over the Red Sox, and the Nationals are beating the Brewers. I'll be fine with that. Oh my goodness, Trey Stewart going on a heavy run, and he's now in the red zone for the Storm. But what sports teams do you support? Hold on. Let's see. It's like Trey Stewart again. He's just bouncing off tackles like he's a pinball, and he almost got a first down. He's a yard short. What sports team do you support other than the Jets? As you can see from the background for the UFL, I am a DC Defenders fan. For NBA, I am this is my first year supporting the Charlotte Hornets. Baseball, MLB, I am an Atlanta Braves fan. And for college football, I am an Oregon fan. Go Ducks. So there you go. All over the place, but there you go. I don't have a team for hockey. I'm not really big on hockey. Oh my goodness, that's about a 4-yard loss. Josiah Bronson just took Stewart to a 4-yard loss. Yeah, random city selection. No, I don't blame you, man. But it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter which team you support. And I don't really have like a big I don't have a MLS or like Premier League soccer team. West Ham United. Okay, let's see. And there's going to be a flag. That's like false and a false start. Oops. What's up, Tugboat? How are you doing today? How are you doing today? Yeah, I just saw they are 17th. Oh my goodness. Are they they are Premier League. Okay, they are Premier League. And they're by points. Okay. They're in a 10. Plummer try to go for Corbin, but another big loss. Man, they went backwards on that drive. When they got to the red zone, they went backwards. Anyways, fourth quarter time. Oh, you got accepted into the summer research program in your university? Let's go. Let's go. That's how you do it. That is how we do it. Let's see here. Well, at least you're not as bad as Tottenham, Burnley, or Wolverhampton, I guess. At least you won your game. At least you won one 2 of your last 5, I guess. Of course, Arsenal, Manchester City. There's Manchester City and Manchester United. Bruh. So I know there's a rule. I know the thing in college is like, is there like a team that finished last of the year gets relegated or something like that? We're in the La Liga right now. Okay, so that's soccer. Trying to stay in our league. Our London rivals are below us after we won today. 20th, 19th, 18th gets relegated. Oh, okay. So 19th, 18th, 19th, and 20th get relegated. So your rival is Tottenham? Is that your rival, I assume? Yeah, $17 per hour is not about the money, though. Hey, as long as you love your job and love what you do. Yeah, so like, yeah, Premier Rel, like, yeah, we're Premier relegation rules. Yeah, so this, yeah, okay. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, the meaning of relegation. Okay, so yes, the relegation in Premier League is a system of transferring the 3 lowest placed teams at the end of the season to the division below. Relegation means 3 teams start the following season competing in a championship division of English soccer. Okay, all right. So if those 3 teams get Okay, so if 3 teams get relegated, then how are they going to get 3 new teams? How does that work? And our biggest rival, like the horrible, violent rival, is Millwall, our second in the second division. So if they go up and we go down, that's horrible. Oh, damn. So how do teams like move up? That's my bigger question. How do they move? How can they replace the So how can he replace the teams that are at the bottom? So what teams can replace as of right now? Tonham, Burnley, and Wolverhampton. Winner and second place of the EFL Championship gets promoted. Oh, the 3 best teams in the English Football League Championship. I hope that's what it stands for. The 3 best teams of that will go to Premier. Gotcha. Okay. Michael Land's going for 40, going for the tie here. And got it. We are deadlocked at 20. We are deadlocked at 20, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you brought your snacks. Boys and girls. This is going to be a fun ride. And it's raining. This is going to be. And it's raining too. That's going to be so much fun. And third spot is taken by a winner of a 14 playoff. Third versus sixth and fourth versus fifth plays winner at Wembley, and that game goes to UPass as well. Okay, so it's pretty much saying you're the winner of the championship and you are the runner-up, you get automatically promoted. But for third place, they do a little round robin. Gotcha. They do a round robin. That's what I see now. All right. Like I said, I don't need to be a fan of soccer. I mean, I don't have to be a fan of soccer or football in your country. Just big one. This is Sheridan, and he gets out of the midfield. Holy crap. Midfield at the start for the Kings. Yeah, so semifinal, final. Okay. See, like I don't have to be a fan of Europe football to understand the playoffs. I mean, we kind of talked about RFK was mentioning about do you know how the NBA playoffs work? And then I pretty much explained to it. I don't have to be a big time fan to figure out what it is. I'm waiting for the 4-4 score in the UFL. Don't we all? There's lucky, you gotta catch that, bud. And then that playoff final is the most expensive club game in the world. What is that? Pounds? 60 to 120 million pounds? Is that what that symbol is? Pounds? 4-4 score, not found. Ooh, this rain is definitely gonna make this fourth quarter such astounding time, doesn't it? Second down to 10. Bean is going to dump it off, but only gets a gain of 2. So you only got closer this time. 3rd and 8 though. Oh, we got an injured player, and Bean is limping. And Bean is limping once again. And that's not the first time we have seen him limping. Let's see what happened. And he body catches it. And then, let's see, did he hit his head hard in the turf? Oh, yeah, he hit his head hard in the turf. That's incomplete. It looked like incomplete. Like 80 million to 160 million. Wow. And they're going to go ahead and step aside. 14:09 remaining in the fourth. Dun 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 dun. Dun. But yeah, like you said, that's expensive. If you add the TV money, you can get to 360 million. Oh my gosh. But yeah, like it's like Arsenal and Manchester City, like they're just there to stay. And see, yeah, West Ham, they're 8. See, they're 8 and 16 and 8. Yeah, you just gotta make sure you just keep winning. Because how many games are there a season in the Premier League? How many games a season? I move, you move. 38 games. Okay, so there's still some time. So it ain't so the standings that look by the looks of it can change at any time. Like as of right now, like I'm looking at the standings, like you just gotta move yourself up. You gotta move your pass to Nottingham. You gotta move past Nottingham. So like you need Tottenham and Nottingham to lose. Like that's you play okay. Oh, okay, that's cool. You play everybody twice. You see, I like that. 19 home and 19 away. See, I like that. That's schedule. That's what MLB does. Like MLB and NBA has it that everybody plays each other. The United Football League does that too. But sometimes you would have to play you had to play 3 teams twice. So the Defenders, for example, we play the Battlehawks twice, we played the Storm twice, and we played the Kings twice. See, looks like Bean is back onto the field then. And Bean's pass gets batted down. You're 3rd and 8, and you can't punt. You cannot punt. So, are you willing to take the risk and go for it? But big teams like Arsenal play in European competition, so they have 14 games more. Okay, so 38 plus 14, that gives you 52. So that gives you 52. The Kings are going for it on 4th and 8 on their own 48-yard line, on the Kings 48-yard, on the Storm's 48-yard line. Bean rolling, and he's going to throw on the run, incomplete. Incomplete. That's turnover on down. Storm will get the ball, and they'll have a chance to answer. As of right now, we're just deadlocked. Because they were out at the 50, and then was they pass it? Average big team will play 52 to 62 games. Mid-table teams play at least 40 because there's other competitions. Right. All right. Let's see. 4th down. It's 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Gonna hand it off to Corbin, and Corbin is gonna run past the 50 and will be tackled at the 48-yard line. RB retro will update that into. Hey, there you go. You're improving. You are improving. Ah. Ooh, that's Cameron Dantzler really, really banged up now. There's been a surprising amount of injuries, and he is being assisted by 2 trainers. And he's just constantly on his feet. He wanted to keep going, but he just can't. So his trainers are going to try to help him out. It looks like he's grimacing in pain. So that's one of your top defenders that you just lost. UFL using soccer style table, I see. No divisions. Yes, there are no divisions. There used to be divisions or conferences. There was XFL divisions and USFL divisions. But because of the rebrand of teams, because the Michigan Panthers, San Antonio Brahmas, and the Memphis Showboats leaving, and the Storm, Kings, and the Aviators are now in, there are no conferences, at least for now. So playoff rules, just place in the top 4. Plummer pump fakes. He's going deep. Oh, that's going to be illegal contact on to number 12. That's going to be on Mayfield. Yeah, he made contact with the receiver. That's going to be defense. Yeah, I'm holding on the defense. Yeah, so far, the game's been good. Game's been definitely good. Yeah, 12. Yeah, he just holds him. He holds him around his waist like he was his prom date. Oh, my gosh. He was holding his waist like he's in prom. Let's see. 1st down and 10 from the 42-yard line in King territory. And Plummer's trying to go for a run. That looked like holding on 87 right there. But it's only a 2-yard gain. Even the Brit call this soccer. Play action. Plummer. Looks like he's going deep. He's going deep for the end zone. That's wide open. Hamler making a diving attempt. And that is touchdown. Storm. What a diving catch for KJ Hamler. I work with Americans, so I'm used to switching it. It is the British origin term. Is it really? I thought it was American origin term. I did not know soccer was a British term. Well, let's see if Hamler gets possession. Catches it. Ooh, that ball looks like it's moving. Oh, hold on. Hang on. I'm going to set that back. That ball looked like it was moving when it hit the ground. That looked like it's moving. Yep. Chris Redmond is throwing the challenge. He is throwing his golden challenge flag. He's challenging the catch. Hmm? That looked like that ball was moving. The original thought was catch, but that ball looked like it was moving. America's using language from 300 years ago. Yeah, that ball looks like it's moving. And then once it hit the ground, that ball's moving. That ball's moving. He did not maintain firm control. The ball hit the ground and he did not maintain control. That's incomplete. Yeah, man, they're going to do an official review. So they're doing an official review. So he can't challenge it. Saying they can't challenge it? Is that what he's saying? So they're saying that he can't challenge it. That is so odd. What? What? Wow. Are you freaking kidding me? That's a catch? I'm sorry. What? How is that a catch? I'm sorry. I mean, touchdown Storm, but I'm sorry. What? Barely makes it. Like, I'm sorry, but how was that a catch? How was that a catch? Oh, they can't overrule replay if they already checked. Oh my gosh. What? Really? Wow. He can't overrule replay. Wow, that is bonkers. Wow. And you still have a challenge, and you can still challenge it, but you're risking it, the rule knowing that, hey, you are going to lose this challenge if you still want to challenge it. That's ridiculous. But still, like, how in the world was that a catch? Were we back in the NFL? Blandino ruled the TV on replay. He rolled the TV on a replay during the TV replays. Oh my, okay. It's just like to me, like the ball moves when it hit the ground. That's the problem. Like, so throwing a challenge, sending it back to the guy who made the call. Yeah, that's another thing too. It's like you're pretty much just sending it back to Blandino. Like, well, okay, that was wild. But again, near Snell, and he's gonna get a gain of 2. You're a soccer you're a football referee, so you get that stuff like that all the time. So throwing a challenge that's in okay. Is just by the look of it initially, that ball moved. To me, that ball moved. That's crazy. That's bonkers. That's crazy. And that is definitely going to be a spring football talk of the night. Or a spring football talk of the weekend. Yeah, from above the rule. He then challenges it. My gosh. That makes sense. Okay. That's just close. Second and 8, Bean going deep left side field, and Zach Davison with the catch, puts down the stiff arm, and he pitches it back to Snell, trying to gain more. He gets to the 45-yard line. 11 minutes now remaining. Refs too quick to blow that play. They were too quick. What did they? We're getting the replacement refs. I mean, right now, this year we are getting a replacement ref. So who the freak is that going to be? All right, first down at 10. Davidson. Bean. He's going to go to the middle, and he will connect to Trey McKitty. And that's the first down for the Kings. And Davidson, he's really trying to oh, you're right behind me. Here, take it. He's like, oh, wait, you're right here. I did find him actually qualify as an American football referee here, but it's not enjoyable, TBH. Yeah, I've had a lot of complaints with the referees for the NFL out of all of them. I keep hearing some for baseball. But I feel like the officiating it's just regressing big time. Lost in the NFC final, rip. I feel like NFL officiating has definitely been regressing. It's definitely regressed for over the past few years. I mean, of course, you could do ABS challenge for baseball. It's but how else can you do it for what can you do more for the NFL? Let's see, second to 10, Bean. Oh, that's right. Forgot to change possession. Bean, and he's going to go ahead and just take nothing out of it. So third down and 10. So he's going to take third down and 10. It's a lot more complex sport to officiate. Amount of penalties and rules that can happen, and you need to make the call. But that is true. You've really got to. I mean, that is true. I mean, at the end of the day, you're not wrong because you're looking at it real time. And you're heading off to Benny Snell, and Snell only gets about 2. I mean, that's true. I mean, do you remember that controversial call in the divisional round between the Bills and Broncos? They thought that the Bills had an interception, got a catch, but the Denver made an interception, and everybody was so mad. And people were saying, no, that's a catch. No, that's an interception. But I saw a response of why they made the call. It was mainly because you have to look at it in real time. Even if you're looking at it in slow motion, you still got to look at it in real time at the end of the day. Flag on the play. Should you leave Carolina? No. You got the hey, you did better. Delay of game on to the Kings. Even in soccer, I got to make calls within 3 seconds. In the ratings, larger the process, high stake calls. You give benefit to the offense and also rolling on the field. And that's the thing. When you're doing a jump ball, even if it's equally possessed by the offensive and defensive player, the winner will always go to the offense. I never do this stuff. I really appreciate Amon talking to me about this. That is just really Fantastic. Be going deep. Oh, incomplete. Turnover on downs once again. 750 remaining. They still got a chance, but they really cannot allow. They can't allow the Storm to score again. Because the Storm does get a touchdown, that might be game. It could be game. Is how the rules are written that they give offense benefit, while in soccer we give the defense benefit. How does so how does soccer get so how does the defense get the benefit in soccer then? How does that how would that work? How would that work? They had a run game, 173 yards. Man, can they replicate that run game against the defenders? That's a better question. Man, the Hornets and the Pistons really been bad blood with each other. Eesh. Yeah, but yeah, plenty of space, and he just dang delay of game. You got that delay of game happening. So, anyways, first down and 10 for the Storm at their own 38. Hat trick tonight for Plummer. And Plummer dropping further back, and he's going to chuck it down, go pressure in their faces. And it looks like it was batted away, and they're going to call pass interference on the Kings because he wasn't playing for the ball. Oh, man. That's going to be on the Kings. Now the frustration is showing. Yep, another pass interference. Plummer sucks. Dude has over 200 yards and has 3 TDs right now. Yeah, he was also tugging the jersey. Let's say the ball goes out and all right, let's see. Let's say ball goes out of play in attacking third of the field, and I don't know whose ball it is. You always go to the defense because you'd rather get that wrong, but nothing major happens from it. Rather giving it to an attacking team and get it wrong, and a goal happens. But looks like we're going to get a false start penalty. They're just having conversations. False start. On to the Storm. So false start on the Storm. So they're saying 76 moved. Yeah, because he never passed the line of scrimmage. So first and 15, drop it back. Plummer. And he's going to take the sack. And that's Cam Gill. Cam Gill. Same with penalty kicks. If you aren't sure, don't get involved. The principle of don't be seen and make yourself known. But the NFL refs seem to love the spotlight. You're not wrong. One of the clips my dad shows me a lot. It was a game, I think it was involves North Carolina. Second and 24, Plummer rolling to his right. He needs to throw this away, which he does. But there was this clip. It was like an old clip. I think it's like the early 2000s. I think it was a holding call. I don't know specifically what penalty it was, but I think it was a holding call. And it was on, and he says, holding, offense number 69. He was giving him the business. And that is so funny. He just says he was giving him the business. Try to run up, only get about a yard or two. We are under 6 minutes away. Like, I try to give benefit of the doubt for the refs because I've been there on the parks of East London, but refs seems to be very busy and eager to get involved. Oh, and remember the freaking game against the freaking Steelers and the Lions where the ref says they're rolling on the field as a touchdown. However, and they're saying they crossed the 50. They got to go for it on 4th and 22. Holy shite. Turnover on downs, but oh my gosh. Like they're in their own territory and there's a flag on the field. I think there was a flag on the field, I think. Looks like there's no penalties. It looks like 1st and 10 for the Kings. Man, 7 penalties tonight for 7 penalties, 2 drops, 1 for 5 on 4th downs. Yeah, you really got to clean it up. Yeah, I'm right with you, man. You know what else up? Oh, that same year, freaking Austin Safarian Jenkins. Jeez Louise. Like, that was so mad. Kelvin Benjamin, like 2017 Patriots really got away with a lot of crap that year. They really got away from all that crap. Man, I mean, 100%, 1,000% DD. Yeah. See, Bean going deep. Oh, looks like he got him open. Oh, man. It was incomplete. Incomplete. Like, you're the only sport who can't decide what a catch. Exactly. Like, what is a catch? Like, that's good. That is a saying every time. Every time. Bean, roll his left, throws it on the run, catch by Isaiah Winstead, and that is a 1st down for the Kings. Less than 4 minutes. They only got 2. Both teams had 2 timeouts now because the Kings tried to challenge that freaking catch before, and that did not go anywhere. Winstead having himself a really nice game. I think he's over 100 yards tonight. I think he's now at 100 yards. Yeah, 109, 6 catches, 109 yards. Bean going for Winstead again. Gets to about the 49. Like in rugby, one of our sports, it's cut and dried what a catch is. Everyone knows, and in that sport, if you drop the ball, you lose possession. There you go. If you drop the ball, you lose possession. Simple. It's simple as that. Overtime potentially. I mean, the Kings need to score, but I highly doubt it because they've been so close to scoring and they just freaking disappoint every time. There you go. There's a first down. That was caught by Bell. Who's Bell? Carter Bell. Okay. I was like, where the heck is his name at on the depth chart? His name is Carter Bell. Let's see here. First down at 10. You see Bean. Oh, incomplete. Incomplete. Here's a random guy hating on the Kings. Hating on the Kings. There, because the Stallions are the better horse team. In my pants. Oh, dude, you got it, McKitty. You need to catch that. And hits it right in the face mask. I'm like, what? 2-minute warning. Like, it went through his hands and it hits him right in the freaking face mask. Yeah, you got to get that money, man. You got to get that money. Plummer's 17 for 28, but 238 yards and 3 TDs. Jeez. Jason Bean is 20 for 40, 309 yards and 2 TDs. What? Yeah, you got a rushing. I mean, but he's spending still got 50 yards on a run. At least that. 105 yards for Chris Rowland tonight. There you go. I swear, I've seen this Liberty Mutual ad about 12 times. I don't know what that even is. Liberty Mutual is like insurance. Liberty Mutual is insurance. Like Geico, Progressive, Allstate, State Farm. They're insurance. They are insurance. So that's what it is. They are insurance. Let's see. Do we have an attendance count? I miss the days where we had every game on ESPN before they left the UK. No ads. Oh wow. That would be nice. That would have been nice. That would be nice. You bastards. Dun, 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 dun. All righty. 2 minutes remaining. It's 27-20. The Kings need a touchdown and an extra point to tie the game. Bean gets it to Jackson. Jackson breaks the tackle. He gets a first down. He will get tackled at the 32-yard line. So there is a first down for Lucky Jackson. Lucky Jackson also having himself a terrific night in the wideout area. Winstead and Jackson. Now I got to find Fox every time. As of right now, they got to get a touchdown. Bean, he's going for the middle, finds him. Oh my gosh, he had McKitty wide open. He had him wide open. He overthrew him on the seam. He had him open. That was a big catch. That was a big catch right there. And he missed it. Oh, damn. Oh, that's not good. 2nd and 10. Bean trying to figure out where he needs to go. He's rolling on the run, going deep, and that's a big catch by Zach Davidson. He gets tackled at the 6. First and goal now for the Kings. 1:35 remaining. Both teams have 2 timeouts. You need a drink. I need a drink. Oh my goodness. First and goal from the 6. Kings throwing it to the end zone. Incomplete. They got 3 more shots now. 1:17. Leave me tying on the board for Orlando, assuming they're scoring. Big ask. Jason Bean is 22 for 44, 346 yards. He is about 30 yards away from breaking Austin Reed's record, who he set the UFL record for most passing yards in a single game in the regular season in week 1 with 376. Second and goal, Bean fires for the end zone, going for the deep corner for Zach Davidson. Incomplete. 1:12. 1:12 remaining. 2 more shots now for the Kings. What do? You're at the 6. Yeah, right now, the Kings have been 1-5 or 1 for 5 on 4th downs tonight. They struggled big time on converting these plays. Bean throws in, and he's wide open. Touchdown! Zach Davidson, his 2nd of the day. With the touchdown, they are an extra point away from tying this ball game. 1:06 remaining. This game has been wild. This has been a great football game. What drama do we have here on Friday night? Zach Davidson gets the 2nd one. So now Tanner Brown needs to make this extra point. Oh, he's challenging. So Anthony Beck has to throw a challenge. He is claiming that there was holding on the right tackle. So they're saying there is a holding on the right tackle. Doesn't look like he was holding. Oh, they're saying 69. So left tackle saying holding. They're saying no grabbing at the shirt. There's no grabbing at the shirt. And he's like, hey, that's complete holding. And it says, yeah, and that's another thing too. You're absolutely right, Amon. You just lost a timeout. You have 1:06, so you really got to get yourself into great field position if you want to win. Oh my goodness. So Tanner Brown needs to make this extra point. He needs to make this extra point, and he does. We are tied at 27. We are tied at 27. Holy crap, everybody. They could get a field goal with 1:06. They can't. It's possible, but they really got to. That means you got to throw passes, and then the receiver has to go out of bounds. Like, that is the one thing that you got to work with if you're on the opposite end. Selfishly, I want overtime. 4 a.m. might as well make it worth it. Oh my gosh, I've completely forgot. It's like 4 a.m. over there. You're watching this in the middle of the night. Holy crap. Okay, Orlando, come on. Beat Louisville. I got memes to restore. Oh, yeah, the memes. We got memes, man. What? This has been a freaking great. This has been a great game. Great game. Kings have 2 timeouts. The Storm tried to challenge. There was holding, but there's a loss of a timeout. It's like the shootout, right? Yes. If we do go to overtime, I will explain the rules. When we go with the game, I only got 1 game in overtime on stream, and that was the Stallions Sobos last year. But yes, I will go over the overtime rules if we get there. Taking it from the 8, it's Chris Rowland. Chris Rowland, who didn't even get past the 30. He got to the 29. Ugh. 1 minute. 1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining. 4 a.m. is when old people wake up and big night owls start to fall asleep. 590 combined yards and 6 TDs for both quarterbacks. No picks. What a QB duel. What a quarterback duel. Got a game to referee at 1 p.m., so probably not the best idea to stay up. Hey, this is worth it. 1st and 10. We got Plummer, and he's trying to get Roland in the field. Roland's looking for a flag, and he's not going to get one. Beck can't even challenge it because he already used it. He already used a challenge flag. Yeah, Orlando's not also want to risk it and give it the ball to them. Exactly. Another thing another thing that you can't take is you can't take a sack either. Roland going emotion and timeout goes to the Kings. So now each team has a timeout. So now both teams have a timeout. Let's see. Ooh, the official attendance, 11,082 strong at Lynn Family Stadium. Another strong one. That is definitely another strong one. Oh, the Storm would have been in the lead. If Lance made that 28-yard field goal, that would have been 30-27. If only. Only if, man. Only if. Plummer try to throw it to his player. He does get out of bounds with 51 seconds remaining. That was Jerome Cat with the catch and going out of bounds. So 11,082. Forgot about that field goal. Feels like 2 days ago at this point. Yeah, if he wouldn't make that, the Storm would have been winning. It would have been 30-27. So that field goal really kind of pooched them. That's why points matter, kids. Plummer, has open to roll in 47 seconds. They're at the 41 now. They got to go. They got to keep going. But they're going to spike it. That they do. 45 seconds remaining. So not quite field goal range. They're not quite there yet. Don't know about need to clock that. You got to have more. Well, they got 1 timeout remaining. So I guess what they're trying to do is they're trying to get as close as they can. And then they try to waste down the clock. Second down, 11. Plummer going to drop back. Pressure in his face. He gets it to his players that he's going to lose yards. Holy moly. Eric Garrar with the big hit. 33 seconds remaining. Clock is ticking. They got to go fast. 27, 26, 25. Snap. And he's going to throw it to Corbin. And Corbin gets a gain of 2. And he's stuck in bounds. We might go overtime. We might go overtime. Well, hold on. We got a timeout call. We have 10 seconds remaining. The Kings are going to call their final timeout. They're going to, what do you say? 13 seconds? 13 seconds. So there's 13 seconds of the game clock. And the Kings have lost their final timeout. I swear, if the Kings score on a punt, I will lose it. That will be chaos. That will be out of chaos. That would be out of chaos. Yeah, so they're punting. I mean, you got to get him away. Lucky Jackson in the backfield. Lucky Jackson waiting to return. 13 seconds remaining. You got to give that you got to get a high hang time. And Jackson's going to go ahead and try, but he will get tackled at the 5. With 1 second. Okay. It's safe to say, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. We only got one. Yeah, are you kidding me? 1 second. All right. I am going. First of all, I'm going to reset the flags. They don't count at this point. Because we're going to use these timeout counters right here. The 3 little dots that you see, we're going to use that. All righty. Let's see. Give one kneel down. And for the first time for this season, we have overtime. We have overtime. All right. Gather around, folks. Gather around. Listen up. This is how overtime works. Rip to my team's lady who got to deal with me. All right. So here's how overtime works. No, you should not leave Carolina. Perhaps you should not lead this because we got overtime, RFK. All right. So here's how overtime works. So each team will have 3 chances at scoring the ball from their opponent's 2-yard line. Each time they score will add 2 more points. Whoever wins best out of 3 will win the game. If we're still tied, like if they both get 3 out of 3, or 2 out of 3, or 1 out of 3, then we go on until nobody scores. Yes, exactly. It's like a penalty shootout. Exactly like that. So that is how overtime works. So every time, let's say the Storm, for example, if they do get it, I'm gonna put this dot here. But if they don't get it, then I'm not gonna do anything. So that is how it's going to work. So random guy, join in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in, everybody. It's overtime, baby. It is overtime, baby. Yeah, 3 to 10 for team. Teams alternate plays from the 5-yard line. Successful scoring attempt results in 2 points. If the score is tied after 3 rounds, sudden death to decide winner. That's what the graphic says. So the Kings have won the coin toss, and they are going offense. May the best team win, everybody. So the Kings will go first. For my goodness, what a game has this been? Yeah, so if we're still tied after 3 attempts, it's sudden death. It's sudden death. Yeah, so you go for 2 at the 5-yard line. All righty, here we go. Yeah, yeah, it would be rough if the Kings lose it. All right. We're gonna go try number 1 for the Kings. Bean, drop it back. He's getting swarmed. Nothing. Attempt no good. So now there is a red X onto the Kings. So now it's Orlando's turn. He just got swarmed. He had no choice but to throw that. He just got swarmed. Alrighty. Now it's the Storm's turn. So this is Storm's number 1. All right, so this is Storm number 1. Here's the thing: if you do get consecutive penalties, they're gonna give the points. They're gonna give the points. It happened last year with the Stallions and Showboats. All right, here's Plummer. He's gonna throw to the end zone. Hit Hamler, incomplete. So each team's first attempt is a fail. So now we're going to the second attempt. Attempt number 2 for the Kings. Attempt number 2 for the Kings. And that was on Plummer. He threw that behind Hamler. Had him beat. He had Ellis beat. He threw that behind him. That game is forbidden to say in the Stallions community. Well, screw you two. Hey, man. I'm just saying that's what happened. One of the more overtime games that I remember in the UFL. And that was the first time ever that a UFL game has went to overtime. All right. I agree. I'm with you, Amon. I like this better than the NFL overtime. All right. Attempt number 2. But hold up. 1 timeout. Yeah, so and also each team gets a timeout. So right now it's the Storm that will call the timeout. He won the Super Bowl. RFK wins the Retro Bowl. Let's go. Alrighty. Again, 10th. All right, so we're at 10th, and we're good. Feels like a soccer game. Always a good thing. All right, looks like empty backfield look. I see Snell lined up as a wideout. Looks like they have 3 tight ends. Bean, middle, and he got tripped. Did he get tripped or was it pushed down? But regardless, attempt fail for Kings over 2. Can it be returned? I don't know. Oh, yeah, Davison slipped. Oh, damn. That's wet. That's wet grass for you. Let's get. Should I leave the Panthers? No. All right. Attempt number 2 for the Storm. So attempt number 2 for the Storm. All right. Plummer dropping back. He's going to dump it. Corbin makes a catch, but is not in the end zone. That is a 10. So now both teams are 0 for 2. 0 for 2. So now the Kings will have attempt number 3. Yeah, Storm had the ball, and now it was Kings. All right, so Kings need to make it. I know I said I wanted overtime, but come on, lads, it's bedtime. Agreed. It's bedtime. Somebody needs to win. All right. Third attempt. Bean is going to try to run it. And he's open. Oh, no. He caught it, but his foot touched the line. Benny Snell's foot touched the line. It's no good. He was open, but his foot touched the line. Oh, dude. Are you kidding me? His foot is barely touching the line. Oh, dude. Are you serious? You got eyes literally right there. And you have eyes right there, too. Wow. Are you kidding me? If the Storm gets this, they win. If the Storm gets this, they win. Plummer dropping back. He throws it on the back foot. Ooh, they're gonna say there's a flag down, and they're gonna call a flag on the Kings for potential pass interference. Wow! Oh my gosh! And they're gonna replay the try because of pass interference. No, I mean it would have been catchable, but it was the fact that he got him in his way. He completely stopped him in his tracks. So it was to me. It's catchable. To me, it's catchable. I think the Kings will lose this. Oh my gosh! And also, if the Kings get a penalty, it's a score for the Storm, and it's at the end zone, so they're at the 1. Under center's Plummer. He's gonna hand it off to Corbin, and Corbin gets tripped up. No good. We are officially at sudden death. We are officially at sudden death. They tried to run there, but shout out to number 8. Number 8 with the read. That was Mekhi Gardner. Shout out to him. Cleaned up his mistake after that penalty. So now we're officially entered sudden death, ladies and gentlemen. Louisville. Being in the end zone, tipped and incomplete. So now the Storm goes back out. And again, if the Storm wins, if the Storm makes this attempt, they win. If they make this attempt, they win. Oh man. Sudden death. Right at the 5. Storm makes this, they win the game. They will go 3-0. Plummer, drop it back. He's going to try to go, and he's going to be another pass interference. That's going to be on 12. That's on Corey Mayfield. That's going to be pass interference. They keep shooting themselves in the foot, man. They keep shooting themselves in the foot with these. Oh, my gosh. Oh my God. What? What? That's game. What the freak? So if you commit 2 fouls, by the same team in overtime, it's a point. Oh my gosh, are you serious? They made penalties at the bad time. Storm will sweep the Kings. The Kings will still be winless, losing in a heartbreaking fashion in overtime, 29-27. Unbelievable. Still, man, what a game. Regardless, what a game. Show Kings got their crumpets. They did indeed get their crumpets. Yeah. So that's the rule. So if you have 2 penalties in overtime, that's gonna give another team an automatic score. And again, it's exactly what happened last year with the Stallions and Showboats. I thought it was just 2 penalties in a row. But no, if you get 2 penalties in general in overtime, then that's an automatic score. Unbelievable. Wow. Yeah, it feels anticlimactic, but damn. Alrighty. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys enjoyed this friggin' shootout of a game that we had. I don't know what will be the next game. Maybe. What will be the next game? I'm probably just gonna chill. I mean, I know, like, I'm probably just gonna chill and watch the UFL games for the weekend. I think this one already did good justice. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have yourselves a great night and have fun with the UFL this weekend. Have a good night, everybody.